Welcome, guys, to the Choose to Change Mentoring Program. Thank you, guys, for coming and joining us here tonight on live. Thank you, guys, watching on live, too, as well. How's everybody doing tonight? Blessed? It's incredible, no? Who's grateful here tonight? Woo! That's right. Thank you, guys, again. So the Choose to Change Mentoring Program. So welcome to the Choose to Change Mentoring Program, where you always be inspired, challenged, and equipped for change, success, and fulfillment in life. So who wants change? That's right. That's why we're here. Choose to change. My name is Rudy, and I'm a proud member of the Choose to Change Mentoring Program. The Choose to Change Mentoring Program is a self-supporting program sponsored by the Choose to Change Foundation organization, a 501c3 Christian-based nonprofit organization. We are on a mission to inspire, challenge, and equip men to become more effective fathers, husbands, and leaders in our community. So that's what we need. So if you are ready to change your life, then you're in the right place. There's 3 keys. Through this program, you'll learn exactly where to start, strategy to keep on going, and a support system to help you reach your goals. How many of you got goals? That's right. You all need help to get your goals? You're in the right place. Choose to Change Mentoring Program believes in 2 principal keys of life. First, we believe in the life-changing power of God through faith in Jesus Christ. Number 2, success or failure is your personal responsibility. We believe that God has already done his part and that it is our responsibility to learn to do ours. So if you are ready, say, I am. Awesome, guys. Thank you again, guys, for coming here tonight. I know it's a middle of the week, tired, work, school, and you fill in the blank, but I know it's a rough week, but God's always good to us. So before we give it to our brother Orlando, just want to share a little story. Recently I was talking to someone really close, and he's been struggling and everything, and he just got released out of county. He was there for a week, but all his life he's been drinking. So I asked him a question: how come you don't want to change? And his reply to me was, because I just want to be my old self. So let me ask you a question here tonight. How many of you want to be your old selves here tonight? We can't, right? I wouldn't, because I know who I was. Let me read you something here right away. And what I'm going to read is actually goes with this. Are you running to win? The butterfly is wise. It doesn't. Oh, sorry. The butterfly is wise. It doesn't think back to its caterpillar life. That's over and done with. If a caterpillar doesn't want to go back to the old life, what makes a human being go back to his old life? I don't know about you guys, but I'm running to win. Who's going to be running here tonight? That's right. So let's give it up for our brother Orlando as he takes the pulpit, guys.
Testing, testing. Test, mic, test, mic. We're good. All right, guys, welcome. I was looking at this. I want to redo this. How's everyone doing tonight? Good? Running. Are you running? Are you running to win? Who's running to win? Nadie, you're not excited. I'm running to win. I'm running to win. I wanted to win in life. I didn't know how to do that. But I learned. Because we all live, we all exist, but we're not all winning. So I want to show you a video before we get started, and then we'll get started. Check out this video. Let me just the Ninja Turtles. I know. The Ninja Warrior. This is Abel Gonzalez. I'll tell you a little bit about him here in a minute. He's from Edinburgh, Texas.
COVID-19, and more recently, a hurricane, so he wants to give his hometown something to smile about.
And he's doing it so far. He is moving quickly.
Wasting no time on lunatic ledges. Speed is important this year. Only the top 12 will move on to the semifinals, and he's thrilled. There's Holly and Gloria on the sidelines. Moves quickly onto Ring Chaser.
All right, here we go.
Gotta
He's gotta go
aggressive.
fast. Gotta go
Look at
fast.
this.
Nice. It fell right on his right
Good
to his
shot.
arm. Nice.
And I like it, not wasting time, getting that ring position, pulling back.
So ideal. 14 inches in diameter is the big ring, so that allows him to land it just like that.
Great job by Abel Gonzalez. Abel, now 36 years old, gonna try to rumble across Rib Run.
You gotta bust through. And oh, look at that. Right through Rip Run.
And he has by far the best time to this point tonight. Remember, the fastest two finishers will move on to the power tower at the end of the night. Abel could be one of them.
He's looking very smooth here on the Ferris wheel.
Holds on, now has to reach over to the second wheel. And Abel gets it. This guy started as a walk-on 7 years ago, trying to get a buzzer tonight.
Matt, he's made all the right moves on this course.
But here comes another big drop. He holds on. Running a good run for the people of the Rio Grande Valley, and he's doing it.
Come on, come on, come on.
Yes, Abel Gonzalez gonna get that buzzer. Yes, he's got it.
I met Abel Gonzalez when he went to
I think the
speak.
sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole
When
all
he
my
went to
info.
speak
Have you looked
at
on the bright side?
my sister's job, and she
Never
told me
was
about him,
responsible for unauthorized
and I
purchases
called
on
him,
your
and
card.
he agreed to meet with me. He's from Edinburgh, Texas. But what caught my attention is what happened to him and how he got where he was. And I just want to share just his brief story. You can look him up. And when he was 13 or 14 years old, he was diagnosed with, what do you call that, sis? Do you remember? It was like something with the bones. I forgot the arthritis, something to do with arthritis. But he went to the doctor because he said his knee was swelling up. And so he went to the doctor, and the doctor told him, you know what, you have this certain kind of arthritis. And there's nothing much we can do. We can give you medication, we can do this, do that, but you'll probably be on a wheelchair by the time you're 30 years old. So they started giving him medication, and he started trying to get better, right? And he remembers the last time he went to the hospital or to the doctor, and the doctor told him, you know what, man, there's not much more I can do for you. You know, this is it. He says, you're just going to have to learn to live with it. And he got his last prescription of medication, and he says that he got that prescription and he just crumbled it. And he said, no, I'm not going to accept this. So what he did, he started researching. He started learning. He didn't have a father. He took care of his teenage brothers. And he started learning about this sickness that he had. And he started learning how to manage it, how to make it better, where it was coming from. Well, to make a long story short, he got better. And then this ninja stuff came to his idea, you know what, not only am I going to overcome, not only am I going to beat this, but I'm going to succeed far beyond anybody ever thought. And he went on to this ninja what do you call it? Ninja warrior. He went to Dallas and he stood in line for 2 days just to see if they'll pick him. He didn't even make it. But they call it in other words, he was picked out of not even preliminary. He was just a walk-on. He was just a walk-on. And he made it. And it just caught my attention. And the reason I thought about that is because I want to talk about running to win, to overcome, to break through the barriers that you have, that you may have, that you've had in your past, that you're going to have. Problems in life, situations in life. And I read this. He posted this a few months ago, and I wanted to read it to you, and we'll get started on running to win. Really caught my attention, and here's what he said. It all started with a dream. But just about for 2 seconds. Then it became a decision. Just that alone just wired me up. He says, then it became a decision, a commitment to myself. I was going to become an America Ninja Warrior, period. That's kind of like what I said. I'm going to change my life, period. And that's what you have to do. He said, not only was I going to become one, but I was going to win. That's what he said. He said, I always understood that everything has a process. And I made sure that I did everything I needed to do. Listen to what he just said. I made sure that I did everything I needed to do to be ready. He says, I changed my goal weight. I changed my training style. I changed the gyms I went to. I changed the YouTube videos I watched. I changed the competition mindset, my competition mindset. Then I quit my high-paying job. He did. He said, in the oil industry. That one made my family a little nervous. But all these changes changed me. They changed this athlete into a competitor that could finish a course. I want you to finish your course. An athlete that can still finish courses 7 years later. Abel Gonzalez. So I want to help you understand and believe that you too can win. That you too can run to win. Because you're going to have that mindset in order to overcome the obstacles that you are facing or that you will face in your future. So here's my promise. Today, you are going to walk out of here, out of this room, knowing exactly what you need to do, like he said, in order to change your life, to make your life better, to see success, to finally see success in your life, to finally overcome and find that sense of fulfillment that we all want in our lives. So, we're going to jump right into this, running the race to win. So are you running to win? Because we are not all running to win. We're all running, we're just not all running to win. People are just existing. People are just going through the motions. People are just, right? Am I right or wrong? Some people don't want to win. Some people won't care to win. And that's okay. I didn't want to be that. I wanted to win. What do I mean by that? I wanted to win in life. I wanted to be a better man. I wanted to be a better husband. I wanted to be a better leader. I wanted to change my life. That's what I mean by I wanted to win. What do you want? So what needs to happen in your life? Let's think about this for a minute. For you to finally start running the race set before you to win. I know what it needed to happen to me, but what needs to happen to you? Did you know that you can choose to win? Someone told me last night they didn't know that they can choose to win. I didn't know that either. But you can choose to win. In other words, you can change directions today. Can't change your past, but you can change directions today. So what has to happen? I see so much devastation around me, in my family, in my church, everywhere I go, in prisons, in the parole office, in business. I see devastation because of choices people make. But what has to happen to you to finally break? To finally say, man, I give in, I give up. Help me, tell me what to do. What has to happen? How much money do you have to make? How much money do you have to lose? What must change? Who needs to get sick or have an accident? How many more people have to get hurt in your family, in your relationships, in your life? Worse yet, who has to die? See, we don't think about these things. But when you start digging in, you start thinking, and you start realizing that you don't have to wait. You can make it happen today. I really and truly believe that each and every one of us in here today wants a better life. You want to run to win. Who wants to run to win? In fact, some of you are you want to be a better father. You want to be a better mother. A better person, a better Christian, right? In fact, some of you are just confused and wondering why you have not been able to achieve the things that you would like to achieve. You know, in my business and what I'm doing, even with Choose the Change, and you know, I'm struggling with moving forward and making this organization grow. But I'm learning and I'm growing, I'm seeking. So let's start with the problem of why you haven't been able to overcome, or what's going to take you to overcome. So what do you think is your number one problem stopping you? Anybody want to throw some things at me? What's stopping you from growing, from learning, from overcoming? Anybody? Just throw them up. Money? Doubt? Okay, doubt. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay, doubt. Lazy? Comfortable? Comfort? Being comfortable? Okay. Comfortable? Okay. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? You? Okay. Okay. Anybody else? What's stopping you? What do you think is your number one thing? What is stopping you from achieving your goals, changing your life, seeing success? So out of all these issues and problems, I mean, what is it? Money? How about money? Can money stop you? Money could stop you, maybe. What else? What? Food? You know, I like that. I'm serious. Food will stop you in your tracks. When you get sick and you go to the hospital and the doctor tells you you have this, this, and this. Why? Because what you eat. There you go. I'm telling you, that's a good one. That's a really, really good one. The reason I'm asking this question is because there's a lot of things in your life that can stop you. That is stopping you even now. We can go to the easy ones: drugs, alcohol, pornography, fear. There's just so many things that can stop you. You know, the first one was powerful: doubt, which is what I believe that this is why I do what I do. Because a lot of people in my situation where I come from, ex-drug addicts, ex-addicts, ex-convicts, or what I call loser drug addicts, loser fathers, loser husbands, many people simply don't believe that they can change. They have a lot of doubt. Why? Because we have a lot of failures. A lot of failures. Failure. But let me tell you, the reason I'm telling you all this is because I want you, I learned that I had to narrow it down. What is the core? What is the principle? Who's going to make this better? Which is already on the list. That's it. See, once I got that you were the problem, that I was able to start working on it. Not that other people didn't have problems, right? Because I'm sure that we can see all the problems in other people, in our marriage, in our spouse, in our mom, in our sister, in our brother, in the system, right? Right? We can see all those problems, but that's not the core problem for your life. The core problem for your life is you. And that's what I wanted to start with. You. My favorite mentor says, they asked him to make a list like this, and he made a list, and he gave it to his mentor, and his mentor said, well, this is a good list, but there's one problem. He says, no, that's my problems. He said, no, you're not on it. So that's why I learned this. I'm serious, because I don't know about you, but it never occurred to me to look at myself. I always blame the beer, the liquor, the drugs. I always blame the system. I blame the probation office. I blame the traffic. Do you believe people blame the traffic? You probably did it today. Right? And every day is the traffic. The traffic. You know every single day it's going to get flooded right there at 7:30. But you still don't get up earlier and do what you need to do. Anyway. You. And that's what this program is all about. Helping you understand that you're the problem and that we can work from there and we can fix it and get it better. Because when you get better, guess what happens? Things get better. When you change, guess what happens? Things change. For things to get better, who has to get better? You. It's easy stuff. But I didn't know that. I had doubt. So the question of the night is, what is it about you that needs to change? Is that a good question? What is it? What do I have to change? My hairstyle? My shirt? Where am I going to the top shirt? By the way, these are the shirts we'll be selling. I think these are going to go for 20? 20? How do you know that? But I'm getting dry fit. These are not dry fit. I think you have a dry fit on, right? This is a cotton. I didn't like it because it shrunk on me. No, I've been working out. I mean, that's what I meant to say. I've been working out. No, just kidding. So anyway, I walked into a meeting one day, and the question was asked, what do I need to change in order to have success in life? And a man stood up and said, there's only one thing you have to change in order for you to see change and finally see success in your life. And everybody listened, and they say, you have to change everything. One thing, get it? One thing, everything. There was a lot to change about me. Taking 100% responsibility for your life. 100% responsibility. Taking 100% responsibility for your life is called maturity. Maturity. Man, don't make me write it down. Maturity. Let's see if I can spell it. Maturity. Oh, the 100. 100% responsibility. 100%. The wife has to take 100%, and the husband has to take 100%. Just want to make sure. We all have to take full responsibility for our lives if we're going to see any kind of success and change in our lives. Almost every single person that walks through these doors, through the doors of our church, through the doors of a counselor's office, through the doors of a psychiatrist's office, any door. They all walk in with this bag, with this list. They call it baggage. Who's heard that term? That guy has a lot of baggage, or that girl has a lot of baggage, or that person has a lot of baggage. What are they talking about? The issues, the fears, the doubts, the pains. That's what they're talking about. And then you go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist or a counselor, and guess what they're going to teach you? That you have to fix it. Unless they want to put you on medication, they'll just put you on medication. But that's another story. I call it a blameless. So, what's the moral of this story? It's not what happens to you. We all have a blameless. We all have problems that we have to solve. We all have problems we have to go through. We all have issues in life. Here's the key. Remember, I asked, what is it about you that has to change? What is it? Here it is. It's not what happens to you that will really matters, because what happens to you happens to all of us. But how you respond is what has to change, is the key to life change. So what is it about you that has to change? How you respond, how you act when they lie to you, how you act when they cross you, how you act when you see things that are not right, how you act, how you respond when you can lie to get away with it, but you don't. That's how you change your life. By doing the right thing. The key is how you respond to life, right? That's how it works. So that's why I always start with the idea of understanding that we all are going to go through things. We're all going to have problems. We are going to have to make decisions every single day. And what decision you make, which is how you respond, is what's going to make you or break you. That's how you build your life. I was going to talk about lifestyle today. And your lifestyle is built on all these little decisions you make. I remember talking to people that went back to prison, people that their probation was revoked, people that caught another case. And almost every single one of them, there was one little thing. If I had just not done this, had I just not done this, had I just stayed home, right? If I just didn't take that one last hit, if I just not answered that text, see, because that's the pivoting points. The little things that get you, right? How many people have been bitten by an elephant? Yeah, that's right. Like nobody. No, because it's not the big things that get you. It's the little things. It's the little things. They creep up on you, right? Some of them you can't even get. But they get you. So what's the solution? Let's talk about the solution. Let's close with the solution. Does anybody have any problems? Welcome everybody that's watching us. Finally, I said something to the people watching us. I just got started. I just wanted to talk today. Anybody have any questions? Comments? Nothing. Anybody want to eat? All right. For some reason, that just makes everybody smile. In case you didn't know this is what we do in Choose a Change. This is what I do in this class. I teach a whole process on what it takes for you to change your life. What decisions you need to make. What kind of faith you need to have. What kind of mindset you need to start creating. What kind of attitude. What kind of habits which create your lifestyle, which create your ultimate results in life. This is what I teach in here. And it takes time. And it takes, like you did today. You came today. I mean, hey, we're all tired. We all have things to do. We all could be doing something else, like laying in bed or something, just relaxing. We all can do that. But yet you're here. This is what it takes. This is it. So what's the solution? Let's close with running the race to win. Yeah? What time is it? Because I need to leave time for. Take about 10 minutes. I'm going to take about 10 more minutes of your time. Let's close with running to win. The solution. We already figured the problem. Let's see what the solution is. There's a Bible scripture that I came across that I've learned many years ago, which really I thought it fit perfectly here. It's in 1 Corinthians 9:24. 1 Corinthians 9:24. Listen to what it says. Paul the apostle is talking to the Corinthians, and here's what he says: "Do you not know that those who run in a race, they all run to win, but one receives the prize? Run in such a way that you also may obtain it." That you also may obtain it. You run, he says, so that you can win. He says, and everyone who competes for the prize is tempered in all things. In other words, disciplined in all things. So there are some things you're going to have to be disciplined in order to win, right? If you want to win. Now, they don't all obtain now let me jump over here. "Therefore, I run this not with uncertainty," he says. "I fight, not as one who beats in the air." In other words, I'm just not here just to play around. He says, no, but I discipline my body. That's the key word, by the way. I discipline my body and bring it into subjection. Which takes me back to, who's the problem? You have to take it into subjection. You have to discipline your body. You have to discipline your life. And then finally in Hebrews 12:1, it says, the race of faith. Listen to this. "Therefore, we also, since we all are surrounded with such great clouds of witnesses." This is I think it was, who wrote the book of Hebrews? Anybody know? How many scholars do we have in here? Well, he's talking about all these things that have happened in the past with different Christian men, prophets, kings, great men of God that have overcome some great things. So we have something to look, a reference points. That's what he's talking about, reference points. He says, since we have all this, we're surrounded with this great cloud of witnesses. He says, let us lay aside every weight. So there's some things you're going to have to let go of. And the sin that so easily ensnares you. Let me stop right there for a minute. He's talking about two things. When he talks about let go of the things that are ensnaring you. And then he says, and the sin. In other words, there's some things that are not necessarily bad, right? That you're going to have to let go of. Like food, like this young man said, right? There's some great food. I love eating. But if I want to stay healthy, I'm going to have to let go of some things. Who's understanding that? That's what I mean. But also, we need to let go of the sin, he says, which so easily ensnares us. He says, and let us run this race that is set before you. You have to want to run to win. So it's going to take discipline. It's going to take letting go of things. It's going to take a whole process. And this is what we teach at the Choose the Change Foundation. Let me give you 3 things, and I'll let you go. That's required to win. You have to want it. You're going to have to want it. That's the first step. We're all in this race, but we all don't run to win. I can teach you, I can train you, I can mentor you, I can give you all the tools necessary to win this race. But if you don't really want to win, right, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing anybody can do. You've got to want to win. I have seen it over and over and over and over and over. Men and women who simply cannot see. Listen closely, I'm closing with this. They just simply cannot see the errors of their ways. It's important. I'm serious. And they simply don't want to. That's it. And I don't know why. I don't know what it takes. This is what I started with. I don't know what it's going to take for you. But you have to deal with this. And they say they do want to change. They cry, they pray, they come to church. They come to choose a change. But what has to happen? I don't know. I know what had to happen for me, Chavaria, right? But I don't know what's going to have to happen for you. But something has to give for you to finally take what? 100% responsibility for your life, which we call what? Maturity. The second thing you have to understand is going to take a process. It's going to take time. And this is what we do here in these rooms. You need to condition yourself to say no. It's like working out. That's why my shirt is so tight. And the third thing is you have to discipline your life. You have to discipline your mind. You have to discipline your body. You have to discipline your relationships. We have to discipline ourselves. Who understands that? See, everything I teach in here, some of you might be saying, man, that's pretty simple. That's pretty elementary. That's pretty common sense. Here's the problem. It's not common practice. Does that make sense? See, how many talk to somebody and you're talking to them and they say, yeah, I know. Who's done that? You've talked to somebody, you're trying to help them, trying to tell them, and they say, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've been there. I've done that. I've gone to that church. Yeah, I know about Choose to Change. Yeah, I know, Orlando. Yeah, I know. You'll be like Rudy's friend. He doesn't want to take 100% responsibility. He wants to do what? What he wants to do. And if that's what you want to do, then you're in the wrong room. You don't need none of this that I'm sharing with you. But if you want to win, this is what it's going to take. Wanting to, get into the process, and discipline your life. All right. I hope I helped you with that. So, anybody have any questions? Who wants to get started? By the way, so as we close, I'm going to let Daniel share some things here in a minute because we're starting to raise money for our organization. I'm starting to get serious about what we're doing. There's a lot of things that we need to do. You know, in this book right here, I brought it today. It's the 90-day challenge. I have 4 people that are in here. I just asked the question, are you ready to change? And what I do is I challenge men to sign a 90-day challenge, to get into a 90-day challenge. In other words, what this 90 days challenge is, you're telling me, you know what, I'm going to give you 90 days. And then just tell me what to do in these 90 days and see what happens. And that's what I challenge men to do. Get into this 90-day challenge. And here's all people have to do. If you want to change your life, you have to come to Choose to Change every Thursday. You have to come to church 3 times a week. And you have to text me every day. That's it. If you can do that for 90 days and nothing changes, then you can go about your business. That's the challenge. And there's a purpose for it. And then then I teach you things throughout these 90 days to help you understand why the 90 days was all about. So that's what you can do, can get started. And what you're going to do throughout those 90 days is 6 things. You're going to commit your life to this race, commit your life to Christ. You're going to let go of the things that you already know you need to let go of. You're going to start coming to church, choose a change. You're going to get involved. You're going to start making new friends, building relationships, and you're going to pray. And watch things happen. Who's done that here? Who's done this? What I just said. Come to church, get involved. Did your life change? Did it help you? Yes? That's what it takes. All right, guys. You know what, guys? I was tired today. Can you tell? I hope not. I was tired today. For some reason, my mind was fried. And I'm like, oh, man, I got to teach a class today. But thank God that I have Daniel here to back me up. So I want him to share the things. We're going to pick up a donation today. But one of the things I want you to see, we have these shirts coming. He's going to show them. Are you going to show the shirts, Daniel? Who ordered shirts? Who ordered shirts? You ordered shirts? No, they're not here, the people that ordered. If you want to help us in the Choose the Change Foundation, there's at least 3 things you can do that does not take money. So let me give you those. You can follow us on Facebook. Right there. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Like us. Share us. If you can just do that, that's huge. Because people start watching us and they start seeing what we do. And then you can come here and just support us. But if you do want to help us financially, we're having a car wash on the last Saturday of this month. Last Saturday of this month, we're having a car wash. So I'm going to need people to help me wash cars. Who's going to help me wash cars? Awesome. I got the other guys over there. Oh, look at these. I got more. And so that's what we're going to do. And Daniel's going to tell you the rest of what we're going to do and what we're doing.
All right. Just very briefly, as like Orlando said, we're looking to raise more money.
Excuse me.
We're doing a couple of things to do this, and so one of the things that Orlando and I are doing, we've joined the Chamber of Commerce, the McAllen Chamber of Commerce, the Edinburgh Chamber of Commerce, and we're working with businesses. But you guys have an opportunity to help us. One of our biggest goals right now is getting Orlando to do Choose to Change full time. All right, I do this full time, but really, CQR is the one that's doing all of this. And so if Orlando could do this full time, there's so much more that we could do. We're planning fundraisers every month to raise money. Our goal is to raise at least $3,000 a month. And so we're doing fundraisers. We're going to start doing more events. Pretty soon, we're going to open up the prisons for the invasion teams that are coming up. And so I know Brother Art, he does that. We also do the Saturday mentoring classes where we go in there and we'll preach to them. A lot of those guys need prayer. They need prayer for their families. We pray for the Holy Spirit. We pray for healing. And so there's a lot of amazing things that God uses this foundation for. And you guys can be a part of that through inviting people to come here. Or the fastest and the best way to support us is by simply giving. This stuff takes money. It takes resources. We're trying to reach more people. And we want to attract business owners, people who will want to stand behind our foundation. And so one thing that we've also done, if you want to become an official member, if you want to find out about everything that Choose to Change is doing, if you want to find out the impact, the thousands of people that we're able to reach every year, if you want to find out all about the new things that Choose to Change is going to be doing, all the events, then you're going to want to become a member, an official Choose to Change member. So as of today, you can become an official Choose to Change member. We'll communicate to you through email. And the way you do that is by simply donating. You can donate monthly, $30 a month, $10 a month, $5 a month, or you can just do a one-time donation. And just by doing that of any amount, you are automatically a member, and you'll become a member on our list, and you can be a part of everything that Choose to Change is doing. You won't miss any updates, any events that are going to be happening. And so that's the best way to support us. Become a member. I want to encourage you guys to become a member. We just opened it up today. And so apart from the donation box that we're going to pass out right now, you can do that online. Become a member by donating. So that way you stay in touch with all our events, all our fundraisers. At the end of the year, we're planning to do a dinner, a gala, where we can invite business owners, and we're going to have a whole presentation. We're going to do a whole year review of everything that Choose to Change is doing. So we have exciting things planned for Choose to Change, and you can be a part of it by, again, being a member by donating on ChooseToChangeFoundation.com/donate. And so that's all I have for tonight. Orlando, you want to close? Does anybody have any questions before we conclude? Anybody? And then, yes, we also, hopefully by not next week, for sure 2 weeks from now, we will have the shirts. And right now, I'll change it. That way Orlando can show you the shirts, and the prices will be on there.
All right. Give Dan a hand. Today we had a meeting. We went to the meeting, the Chamber of Commerce. This last Wednesday, well, what are we today? Thursday? On Tuesday, we went and we sponsored a Mike test. There you go. On Tuesday, we became a chamber member, the Chamber of Commerce members, and we sponsored an event. And I spoke to about 50 business owners. And if you go to the Choose to Change Foundation YouTube channel, you'll see. I think you'll see it there. You posted then that event. Oh, the chamber did. You have to look for the Chamber of Commerce McAllen. In any case, I was able to share all about Choose to Change, and now we'll be going every single month to several gatherings of the Chamber of Commerce, where we're going to let the city know more about what the Choose to Change Foundation is doing. And I met another guy from Channel 23, and they just reached out to me, and they're going to do an interview with me so I can share with the whole valley what the Choose to Change Foundation is doing. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And the juvenile system probation office, the juvenile probation office, reached out to us because people need help. And people have been telling me for years, man, I want to reach the youth. I want to reach the youth. Man, the youth are hard. And well, we're going to go in there. And I'm hoping the men, young people would rise up so that we can go and speak into these young men and women, because there's a desperate need for mentors. And this is why I challenge men to rise up and become the fathers and the husbands and the leaders that we were called to be. So there you go. Here's this shirt. We're gonna sell these for $20, which is this one. But it's gonna have, you see that logo on the side? It has the Choose to Change logo right here. So it's gonna have that. So and they're gonna be dry fit. This is gonna go for $20. What's the other one? And it's gonna say, this is another shirt. This one's gonna go for $25, and it says, I'm going to the top. Why? We're going to ask you. You just turn around and you say, because it's too crowded at the bottom. That's what that shirt is going to be. It's a conversation starter. What's that? It's Choose to Change. And then the last one we have is that one, which is a regular polo. Those are going to be $35, just so you can wear it, for people can wear it. So this is what we're going to be challenging, which looks like this. Let me see it. Let me show it. But this is a 2X. No le quedó a nadie. I thought it was going to fit, but no, didn't fit me. Nice little polo. So there you go, guys. That's what we're doing right now. So I hope you guys are enjoying these classes. I hope to keep seeing you here. Keep believing in the impossible. Thank you for coming. That's all we have. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. God bless.